Okay, so let me continue before it gets any rowdier around here. The phone call was my mom. It was hours ago, or at least an hour or two ago, that interrupted the conversation. So, as I was saying, I've said this to my friends, and I'll say this is just how I feel about it. If your friends don't like your girlfriend or your family doesn't like your girlfriend, but you're in love with her and you can't live without her, you have to find your workaround. And this goes to the thing on Facebook about would you marry someone if their parents couldn't stand you? And my answer was yes, and I got off with and my friends had a party and they didn't invite my girlfriend, but they invited me. Now if it's guys only and we're going to a strip club, yeah, I don't want to take my girl to that. But if it's a party like they're having a gathering, all of them are gonna have their girlfriends there, all of them are gonna have their family and friends there, but my girlfriend's not invited. So if my girlfriend is not invited, then I will uninvite myself because that's just not cool. You don't abandon the people you love. You abandon the people that you hate. And if your friends and your family don't like your girl, but she treats you well and you're happy, then they're just gonna have to find a workaround. They're either gonna have to accept her, or you're just gonna have to wean yourself out of their lives until they can grow the fuck up and accept her for her being your woman. There's a respect line, and did you really should not ever cross the respect line. And I'm a strong believer in fair, and it's not fair if you invite me to a party but you don't like my girl. And we've had the discussion. Oh God, I've had the discussion with my friends. And they're like, yo, bro, I love you, I respect your relationship, but I don't love your woman. She is not the best thing on the planet. She may be for you, she makes you happy, and I respect that, but I don't want her around me. And in turn, I'm gonna respect that because they were man enough to tell me how they feel about that shit. And then I'm gonna tell them, like, look, bro, I love you. This is possibly gonna be my future baby mama. So if she can't come, forgive me, but I'm not coming. And I've had that discussion with one or two friends, and it wasn't that they didn't like her. It's just that she was a little bit difficult. All right, they grew to like her because they loved me and she made me happy. So therefore, I've always felt this way. That if you are my friend, you can be honest with me. Even if it hurts my feelings, you can still be honest with me. But I'm gonna be honest with you too. And if it hurts your feelings, I'm sorry, but honesty is my policy. It's the only way you can go because you can't undo honesty. You can undo a lie because the truth will always come out, but you can't undo the truth. The truth is there. It's not going to be something that you can avoid. It's going to happen. Whether you like it or not, the truth is the truth, and it's always the truth. There's probably three sides to every tale because there's your side, there's my side, and there's God's side. And God's side is the abundant truth. So there's also, if I may quote Bruce Wayne, Michael Keaton, there are two truths. There's the truth that I give you because you need to know, and there's the truth that you don't really need to know, so I will leave things out. Because most of the time, and I've said this on my channel before, if I don't think you can handle the whole 1,000, I'll give you 99.9. If I don't think you can give 99.9, I'll give you 50%, and then you just have to put the rest of that shit together. And if you can't take 50%, I don't go any lower than 10. It's just that simple. If I have to go so low to make it so that you can comprehend what the hell is going on, then I might as well just keep my damn mouth shut. But let's talk about that. If their family can't stand you, or your family can't stand that person, how do you deal with that when you're not trying to lose the person you're with? You find a workaround. You don't totally get rid of the person that you love more than life itself just because your family does it. Hey, you know what? There's lots of people in my family that can get the tip of my boot. There's a lot of people in my family I'll high five, because they have great morals. But there's one thing I will say: no matter who my siblings have brought home, I would not stand in their way of their happiness, but I don't have to participate. It's just that simple. I can X myself out of the whole equation. And when it comes to shit like that, sometimes you have to give up your family. There are many people here who are not having any communications with their family because of the person that they love. And 9 times out of 10, they're actually doing better than the family members who they don't speak to. Now, should you ever fully excommunicate yourself from your family? Depends on the situation. That's the best I can give you. It depends on the situation because not everybody's situation is peachy flowers and smurfs running around with the fucking pawpaw bears dropping shit on mushrooms and smoking with the snorks. Every situation is different. Every situation is hard for the individuals in the situation. Now, because of this little thing on Facebook, I needed the subject to talk about for tonight, and there you have it. I have another subject, and I'll do that later when all the kids are actually gone and I've done all my night chores. But, for the most part, in that situation, the whole thing is if your lover or wife, or in any case, if you're a woman, your husband, isn't accepted by your family, then I wouldn't say keep your kids away from the family, but explain to your kids when they're old enough to understand why these people don't like their father or their mother. Don't lie to your children. Under no circumstance, don't lie to your children. So if you're in a situation where you're at your mother's house and your dad's not there, or your baby daddy's not there, and the baby's like 6 years old, he understands shit. He doesn't know how to express himself. He understands shit. When your kid comes, well, how come daddy can't come? How come daddy doesn't come? Why is daddy not here? And just tell the child, look, we'll talk about it later. And they say, well, when is later? Because I know how children work. So here's how you get out of that. We will talk about it when we go home. And when are we going home? 2 days from now. So, the whole thing is like, all right, let's say Christmas falls on a Monday this year. So you would come there on Sunday, put the kids to bed, then you do the Santa thing, give them the milk and cookies or whatever the hell it is that you celebrate. I'm not really a big Christmas person. I used to be, and it wasn't because I didn't get my Red Ryder BB gun that I don't celebrate Christmas. It's just we had a lot of deaths around the holidays, and Christmas hasn't really been the same since that shit. But, by Tuesday, if Christmas comes on a Monday, by Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be going home. Because that way we can divide the time between the two families, So let's say Christmas comes on a Monday, we take the kids there Saturday night. I'm not welcome there. I know I'm not welcome there. I'm not going to push the envelope. I give my wife a good hug and a kiss and say, you can call me later. And I'm going to go home. I don't have it here. It's over here. I'm going to cut on this PlayStation. And I'm going to rock that bitch until Christmas morning. Now, let's say she drove her own car. Right? She drove her own car and her parents aren't that far away. And there's no, dangerous weather. She can drop the kids off. Come on the fuck back home, spend Christmas with me. Then I won't be on PlayStation. I'll be somewhere else. And no, I won't be pulling out that night. Because I'll be getting my jingle bells on. So then after that, if she wants to go back the next day before the kids wake up, I don't have a problem with that. I would prefer her to stay until daylight or early enough that if she's leaving, daylight will arise so that she will be safe and vice versa. Now, if she's not welcome at my home, me and my family don't really get along anyway, so my ass ain't going home. It's just as damn simple. I'll be like, well, me and her got our own spot too? Shit. I'm going home. Fuck Christmas. She wants to go to her parents. Knock yourself out. She'd take them there on a Friday. Christmas is on Monday, so she go Saturday, Sunday, Monday with her parents. And then if she's not welcome at my home, we'll take the kids on the day they come home. We'll go to my mom's house or whoever the hell I have living if I'm invited. Not just going to show up because that's not what I do. If I ain't invited, you ain't got to worry about me showing the fuck up. So we'll get the gifts and we'll come the hell on back home. And if I'm blessed enough to have this happen, I'm not having more than one kid. Unless by the grace of God, the woman that's lucky enough to carry my seed pops out triplets. Hopefully they'll all be one gender, because I ain't got time for no bullshit. No, just putting that out there. I'd rather them all be the same and be triplets and identical and be great than have 2 girls and a boy or 2 boys and a girl. I ain't got time for all that shit, because that's just going to be too much of a clusterfuck to have to deal with. So God, if you're listening, all 3 genders must be the same if I'm unlucky enough to have twins or blessed enough to have triplets or however the hell you want to call that. Or unless it's like the Riders. No. But I'd really rather them both have the same gender. That's just my personal opinion. But the thing is, if I'm not welcome at her parents' house and she's not welcome at my parents' house, then we probably would never celebrate Christmas together at respective parents' house. But they're going to have to love the kids. Well, no, they actually don't. But if they do love the kids, they don't have to love me. But as long as they treat the kids right and don't, beat on the kid because it's my kid, then I'm okay with the kid going over there. If the kid comes back with a black eye or something, I'm going to prison because I'm going to go kill my wife's father. Sorry. No, you don't touch my kid. I don't give a damn what you do to me, but you don't touch my kid. And every parent will do the same. Totally worth it. So I'm going to end this video before I get emotional and start having flashbacks of shit because of things that didn't happen, that should have happened, but aren't never going to happen. But just keep that shit in mind. Can you marry someone whose parents can't stand you? If you love the motherfuckers, you can. And you just have to find workarounds to deal with the fallout. Because remember, when you marry someone, even if their parents can't stand you, you're marrying into their family. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're gaining a new family, which means you're gaining a new perspective on life, which means either it's going to be really good or really bad. And whichever it may be, you're going to want to have to deal with it exceptionally. Because a lot of bad behavior is just unacceptable. You have to love me. If we both love your daughter, you'll work around it. My mom doesn't have to love you. All she has to do is love me enough to respect my woman and how we live. I'm James Williams Jr. Just come for having number 2. I hope I got my point across in these 2 videos. Be seeing